Surprise, surprise, surprise. Not only Whoopi Goldberg's name was in the list, so was Sunny Houston. And she's losing her shit, caught doing something unthinkable, listening on live TV. Let's get into this video now, shall we? Let's roll it.
What's up, squad? Back with another video. Seeing this, I was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. See it right here. So you have here Hillary Clinton and Whoopi Goldberg face fresh scrutiny as more Epstein files drop. And it's more and more. I'm not gonna lie. We have a lot to go over today, and it's wild. I know I put out a video about Whoopi, but it's not just Whoopi on the View. I'm pretty sure, it's four of them. It says Clinton blames Trump for slow walking releases and cover up. BBC interview. Goldberg insists on The View that she had no personal tie to Epstein, calling online backlash unfair. And I truly have said this, and I've said this, and I've said this. It's truly funny and rather interesting that you have these individuals, in a sense, doing this, and now they got the shoes on. And they seeing how it feels, when it comes down to it. I don't know about y'all, but I absolutely love it. I truly do. This, obviously, is when it, obviously first came out. This is the first, I guess, our segment. Let's check it out right here.
Now, in the name of transparency, can you put up, my name is in the files? Yes. And what does it say? It says, Whoopi needs a plane to get to...
The fact that she says, my name is in the files, yes. I feel like, and honestly, I'm not even about to sit here and say that I'm surprised about it. I feel like this is one of the things that these individuals, they try to push this negativity and the lies and everything towards President Trump. And now you see all of those same people that's been doing it. They're everywhere when it comes down to it. Within Epstein. Just look at Joy Behar's face.
Yes.
I'm telling y'all.
And what does it say? It says, Whoopi needs a plane to get to Monaco. John Lennon's charity, it should say Julian Lennon's charity, is paying for it. They don't want to charter, so they're looking for private owners. Here's the info. And they give all the information. And they're saying, do you want to offer your G2?
Okay. And it looks like they said no thanks.
Yeah. So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
But that doesn't matter. Just because he said no thanks, that doesn't matter. It's still, my thing is I know for a fact, just by that, and I've said this in my last video before, with Whoopi Goldberg, and they still talking about it. I'm gonna show out some more clips, but you truly have Whoopi Goldberg. I truly feel like she has a lot, she has a lot to do, when it comes down to being around this individual, Epstein, I'm speaking of. I truly feel that way just based off her own demeanor and how she is and her trying to explain. She's trying her best to explain as much as possible that she had no ties to Epstein. And we clearly see, just based off, and y'all can look at these emails. Y'all can look these emails up. But just by that, Whoopi Goldberg needs a plane. And like I said in my last video, this is not just an Uber. You know what I mean? This is not an Uber. This is not a car. We're talking about a whole plane here. That's way different.
Can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to turn me into... I wasn't his girlfriend. I wasn't his friend.
You were too old for him.
I was not only too old, but it was at a time, where this is just not... You used to have facts before you said stuff.
But Trump is on the list 38,000 times.
Well, I can't speak to him, but I'm speaking about me because I'm getting dragged.
And I've tried to figure it out. Where are they getting this number? Am I tripping? Let me see if I know what they're talking about with this. I want to see, because 38,000 times. This name was... Trump name. Y'all probably getting the rain. It's bad out here. 38,000 times? They don't do nothing but lie on this. Where do they get 38,000 times from, y'all? I'm not even seeing it nowhere. 38,000 times? Like what?
People actually believe that I was with him. It's like, honey, come on. Every man that I've ever been with, you've known about him because either the Inquirer wrote it about it.
Yeah.
Your people wrote about this stuff. So no, I never had this, and no, I didn't get on the plane because you know what I would have to do to get on the plane?
Fly.
They were trying to,
And she doesn't fly.
No, so they're trying
She's
to
a
get
bus
me.
babe.
They're trying to get me to get on a plane to get to this thing for Julian Lang.
Yeah, but the thing is, they dropped like 300 names.
Yes.
And it's like flood the zone because when you're looking, there are people like Marilyn Monroe who was dead.
Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of
on the
people, because a
thing.
lot of the reasons your name can be mentioned are news articles, third-party emails, contacts. Again, wealthy, famous people often cross in professional and social circles, so that's not the surprising part.
Okay, so my thing is, and my question is that I have for the ladies of The View, and I have people that, obviously support The View. Where was all this energy when they said something about President Trump? Why didn't they use that same energy? Oh, well, his name can be here. That just goes to show y'all. It literally goes to show y'all their whole agenda when it comes to President Trump. What their whole motive is when it comes to President Trump. It literally goes to show y'all everything and how they are. I'm telling y'all. One thing about it that we'll continue to see, is that I'm looking at this picture down here, man. I literally be having to mute these conversations and all that and block, these pictures on here. But when I tell y'all that this is something that is definitely insane, even with this clip that I'm about to show y'all, this was, I'm pretty sure, a day or two ago, the clip that I just showed y'all. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, today. This happened today. And not only did Whoopi Goldberg try to save her butt, but you have the rest of the View that are doing the same. Says here, hosts on The View scrambled to explain why their names appeared in the Epstein file. Check it out.
We're on the list because we were at a party or a wedding or something that somebody might have been. That's what I found out anyway.
Yeah, no, I
was at Trump's wedding to Marla.
Right.
Maybe Epstein was there too. Who knows?
I don't know.
So that means that I'm not guilty, obviously. But these
are
other
guilty.
ones, how are you going to decide who's really guilty and who's
Well,
not?
I
It's
think
very
it's.
tricky.
I think it. No, I think
don't
it's.
think it's that
I
tricky
think
when
it's
you
very
read
clear
the
because if you look, you know why my name is there.
Why?
Because someone was looking for a plane, and that's what people do. They go to all the people who have private planes and say, "Do you have one?"
And you didn't get on the plane.
I didn't get on the plane. I didn't know they would.
Why didn't she get on the plane? Because he said no thanks. That's why. She didn't get on the plane because if we got her on the plane. Oh, okay. She would have went. I'm telling y'all, this how I know this how I know when it comes to being guilty. Why do they keep talking about it?
Yeah.
Not only why do they keep talking about it, why do they keep on trying to defend themselves about it? I'm telling y'all, it's already
looking
there.
for a plane. Yeah. I had no idea that the plane that I was supposed to be on was no longer available. So I'm named in there like Whoopi Goldberg needs a
But
plane.
there are a lot of people that
Marilyn Monroe is on the list.
Yes.
There were plenty of people that were there are plenty of
Elvis
people
also.
named in
Yeah.
the list that made.
Mind y'all, I just showed y'all. If y'all see what they wearing, Whoopi is in a white hoodie right here. Sunny is in a black hoodie. Whoopi here is in a black hoodie right here, and Sunny is in a red dress shirt. When I tell y'all, they literally just said that they spoke of Marilyn Monroe and they spoke of Elvis. When you have people that are constantly bringing up the same individuals, the same lies, and sticking to that lie, I'm telling y'all, it's screaming, I'm guilty and I'm stuck, and it ain't nothing else I can do. It's all right there. It ain't nothing else I can do. All I can do is sit here in this seat and keep on trying to convince people, I didn't have nothing to do with Epstein. Guilty.
have not done anything wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that there are a lot of people that are on that list that are guilty
Yes,
of wrongdoing.
yes.
And
Yes.
I have no confidence, unfortunately. It gives me no pleasure to see
Well,
this. But I don't
let
have any
me
confidence
say
in
it like
the
this.
system that's
I
gonna do
think
anything.
that
Why do
they
they
are going
reject-
to hold on, Joy. I think they are going to. They're going to do it like, you know how you eat around an apple till you get to the core.
Yes.
I think that's how they're going to do it. They're
This
going to
Justice
eat all the
Department,
stuff
I don't have
all
confidence in them.
around here,
I need
and
to
then they're going to get, hopefully, then they'll get to the core.
I have no confidence
From
in
what
Pam
I
Bondi.
have seen,
Now, Sonny says, I have no confidence in Pam Bondi. Let me tell y'all something. And you can tell she spoke directly. She spoke directly to Whoopi, because I'm going to tell y'all, Whoopi Goldberg right now is shaking in her boots. I tell anybody that. Whoopi Goldberg right now is shaking in her boots because she knows the ties that she had with Epstein. And regardless, I don't care. And I've said this many, many times. I've said this, and I've said this to many people. When I tell y'all, I don't care, bro. If they had anything to do with it, and it's more and more coming out, I don't care about nothing. There's so many crazy things and nasty, disgusting. You know what I mean? Need to be held accountable. Care who you are. And I truly feel like Whoopi, she knows. She definitely knows. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it's not looking good for her. That's why Sonny Hostin, I don't have any faith in Pam Bondi. Looking directly at Whoopi. She knows she's caught. That's it and that's all. I'm telling y'all. Check it out, Newsmax.
The ladies on The View are at it again, Dennis. On today's episode, the enlightened panel continue to pound away at the Epstein files, despite a Newsbusters investigation which found 4 members on the show were referenced in the files. Here's a clip.
The pedophile is dead, covering up for that
the
pedophile
whole
even
thing,
after his
there's
death.
nothing worse than that.
'Cause you're
And
killing
so
a child.
Of course they're going to cover for each other.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to lie.
Well-
because there is, once that gets out, they are finished.
Well,
So
don't they
just
say when
accept
you-
that they are liars.
When you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas.
Yep.
You know, when you
They
lie
must have
down
been
with
talking
dogs,
about Bill Clinton, right?
when you lie down with dogs,
So you saying you lay down with dogs like if it's Oprah? Oh yeah, Oprah might be on there too. But Whoopi, ain't she a bitch anyway? You're the biggest bitch dog in the area. Back to the video.
wake up with dogs. I mean, what is it about liberals? The more intense they are, the more moralistic.
Mind y'all, this has been like all week. All week, The View has said something about it because they're trying their best to put out more and more content to let people know, oh, I don't have anything to do with this. I'm literally trying to defend themselves. Literally. I find it funny.
They are. The guiltier they turn out to be. And I guess that is true of all politicians as well, and not just media figures and anchors. I cannot believe the women on The View still have a job. I cannot believe that they have not been fired long ago or gotten sued just out of existence. They are so bad, so one-sided, so blinded and brainwashed.
Definitely.
It's so dumb.
Truly, truly, truly. I'm telling y'all. One thing about it, you know, and I know I had mentioned, you know, again, it literally just goes to show you. Literally just goes to show you on how much they're trying to save themselves and the people that was around them at the time. And I mentioned Hillary Clinton and Whoopi Goldberg, and I know, you know, I've been showing, you know, clips of The View. You know, and I'm there. People probably wonder, oh, where does Hillary Clinton, where is she within all of this? You have right here, the Clintons invited Epstein to the White House, and he got it right here 17 times, but liberals think the guy who kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago and contacted the police is the one that obviously is Nazi. Leftists will accuse Trump and Republicans of being fouls, if y'all know what I mean, linking them to the Epstein files. Then tried to stop ICE officers from arresting the actual files, if y'all know what I mean. Just let that sink in, it says here. I'm telling y'all. So, again, you have here, before we get into what I want to show y'all about this, make sure we got this right, y'all. Make sure we got this right. You literally have here, y'all, and this is going to play a clip. It's going to play a clip of The View literally trying to defend the Clintons within this. When I tell y'all that this stuff is so sick, and I know for a fact that it's not looking good for them. They're trying I'm talking about everything possible to say they behinds. I'm telling y'all, check it out.
And I'm going to show you this cut too. The View are defending Clintons over this, and let me just show you this clip. Yeah.
As I understand it, he's been given, who's been given such a wide breadth. Does this mean that President Clinton technically doesn't have to testify? If he didn't have to testify,
No, he has to, right?
They've agreed to, certainly. And I think, the Clintons are playing chess while everybody else is playing checkers.
Yeah.
And there's just, because they've already actually submitted sworn affidavits to this House committee. I've read them. They are in depth and astute. But I will say this, I think you're right, Joy. I think the fact that a former president is testifying in front of the House committee pursuant to a subpoena sets a high precedent, sets a bar for any president to be called before.
Trump was in the society scene, so was Epstein. And of course they were at parties together. It happens in New York every night. But he never went to the island. He threw him out of the club. And Clinton was at the island, correct me, with about 19 times or so. And they had these women defending him. Give me your thoughts on that clip.
Well, I'm surprised that The View still has viewers. Everyone named in the files should be questioned and held accountable. It's as simple as that. The bias that Whoopi fails to disclose is that she has had a long-running relationship with Hillary Clinton. Hillary's been on the show multiple times. Whoopi always treats her very warmly, and they align politically. So they're all part of the same club, and you and me are not in it.
It literally just goes to show you right there. All part of the same club. If you had, let's put it this way. If you're famous and you have a best friend, a person, or a person that you're always around, a person that you always have on your show, a person that you just love, you already named in the files. You parties, you hear, we've seen an email. If Hillary Clinton is in with it, I know that you in with it. And as y'all see, this has been multiple times over the weeks that they've been talking about this. They've been talking about this. Literally, Whoopi Goldberg is literally trying to defend it. It's been all week. She's been trying to defend herself. I done went over this. When it comes to this video, the last video, all of those videos, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, are all different clips. Every last one of those videos are different clips, y'all. And that should tell everybody, it should tell you everything. Meaning in different clips, those are different days. They're wearing different things, and they're still speaking about it. They're still using every excuse in the book because they know that they're guilty and they know they're in the wrong for it. And I cannot wait for more to come out. You literally have here Nancy Mace says we're calling on the Central Intelligence Agency to allow us to view any and all records, documents, photos, videos, passports, and other materials they may have on the possession relating to Jeffrey Epstein. I'm telling y'all, since classified or not, we want to see it. American people deserve answers about whether our intelligence agency had connections. I tell y'all that this is something that I definitely cannot wait. I definitely can. Well, y'all can look this up. It's Nancy Mace. I know a lot of people are being very, negative about it. But one thing about it, just speak up on it. Share videos, not only mine, but others. I know a lot of y'all are on X, reposting and doing a lot, doing a lot that y'all can, and it's definitely important, y'all have a voice too. It's definitely important. But one thing about it, I know for a fact that they're all, a lot of these individuals have a lot to do with it. I'll tell you that. A lot of these individuals have a lot to do with it. You definitely can tell just by how they are when it comes to Whoopi, Hillary Clinton, and the rest of you. You can definitely tell. Can't wait for more to come out. Next, y'all, comment down below. Let me know what y'all think of this